Kevin was about to graduate, then he suffered quite a twist of fate. A donut hit his head and he took a fall. He became Mr. Forgot It All.
Hey gang, my name's Kevin, but most of my friends call me Mr. Forgot It All. Mostly because someone threw something at me at graduation. What was it? I forgot what hit me. Anyway, the principal said I have to go and learn everything all over again before I can graduate. But they've decided to help me. They've just assigned me a tutor. What hit me?
Donut! Hey, who wants a donut?
Hey Tony, you scared me.
You want a donut?
No thanks, as it is the food that gave me amnesia. I think I'll pass.
Your loss. Well, today, I thought we'd work on, eating donuts.
Well, if it's all the same to you, Tony, I have something I would like us to work on.
I like the initiative. Oh, that's a taste of heaven right there, kid. Forget about it. You sure you don't want a bite?
A donut hit his head and he took a fall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I did get invited to a party. I need your help on something.
All right, kid, a party. Sounds fun. Hey, need old Tony to tell you how to talk to girls?
No,
First things first. First you grab a meatball to introduce yourself, and then...
No, Tony. It's a swimming party, and I need you to teach me how to swim.
Pool party?
Yeah.
With water and the pool?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the time. I better be going. I'll see you later.
I need your help. Why are you trying to leave?
Forget about it.
Tell me.
Forget about it.
Tell me.
Fine, I'll tell you. I have an extreme fear of rubber ducks. Rubber ducks are in water, so I don't like going anywhere around no pools.
Well, that's a weird train of thought, but I'm with you. Anyways, you're my tutor. You have to try to stay and help me.
Fine. Give me like 20 minutes. Okay, kid. Tony's got you covered. You want to learn how to swim? Check out your pool. Looks great, I know.
This is the pool?
Yeah.
It's tiny.
It's perfect for learning, so hop right in.
How do I even get in?
One leg at a time. Hop in.
You get in.
Give me 20 minutes. Okay, I'm ready to get in.
Oh, okay, well, come on.
I'm ready to get in.
Wow, you look absolutely great.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I like the.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for
We're
that.
going.
Okay.
We're going.
Okay, jump in.
Jump in.
Jump in. Just jump in.
Okay. 3, 2. Right. I'm not ready.
Okay, come on.
No rubber ducks,
Okay,
right?
no rubber duckies.
No rubber ducks. Okay.
No
3,
scrubby dubby.
2, 1.
Oh my God.
I'm
No, you're
drowning,
not.
kid.
Okay, just stand.
I'm drowning.
Just stand up.
Mamma mia.
Just stand up.
Mamma mia.
Just
Okay, I'm standing. I'm standing. I'm standing.
stand up. Just stand up. You're okay.
And that is how you swim, kid.
You were really scared in the pool, Tony.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you should hear the story of Jesus calming the storm.
What? He went out into the water? Did he run into any rubber ducks?
Yes and no. He was actually sleeping during the storm. He went up and looked at the sky and said,
Forget about it!
No. Maybe you should listen to the lesson with the kids and see how Jesus gives us peace.
A piece of what? Pizza?
No. Let's get you out of that swimwear and actually get some swimming lessons.
Bada bing! Hey, that's a good idea, kid. I think you're really learning.
He became Mr. Forgot It All.
Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Cynthia. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to continue in our series, Never Forget, okay? And I believe this is lesson number 5, okay? So we're going to look at a really cool story in the Bible, and it's found in Matthew chapter 8, verses 22 through 25. And so at this particular time, Jesus is doing what he loved to do. Teach people, right? And so it had been a really long day, and Jesus really wanted to get away from the crowds. And so he asked the disciples to push the boat out to the sea and to go to the other side so he could just spend some time alone. And so the disciples, they did what Jesus asked. They set out onto the Sea of Galilee, and everything seemed fine and quiet for a while. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a giant storm comes up onto the boat. Okay, and the disciples, they were freaking out. They were so scared. They didn't know what was going on, right? They've probably never experienced a storm that bad out at sea. And so the winds and the waves were tossing and turning the boat, and the water was coming over the sides of the boat. And the disciples were so afraid that they tried to keep the boat afloat during the storm. And so this whole time, however, Jesus was sound asleep in the boat. The storm didn't bother him. Jesus was asleep, he was resting, and so he wasn't even worried. And the disciples, here's what they did. They went to Jesus and they tried to wake him up. And they said, Master, Master, we're going through a storm. We're going through a storm. We're going to drown. And they were afraid that the water was going to overtake the boat and cause the boat to sink. And so they really didn't want to die. You know, they didn't want to die just yet. They were so afraid. And so Jesus looked at the storm, and he looked at the disciples, and he asked them a big question. Why are you afraid? And I'm sure the disciples were thinking in their minds, well, what do you mean? Why do you mean, what are we afraid? Don't you see the storm, Jesus? But guess what? Jesus definitely saw the storm, but he wasn't afraid. Jesus walked up to the front of the boat. He lifted his arms to the angry sea and said, Peace, be still. And suddenly the wind stopped, the waves stopped crashing over the boat, and the rain stopped. And it was no longer a stormy sea. Instead, it was a calm, peaceful sea, and the storm had stopped. And Jesus turned to the disciples and asked, Where's your faith? Where's your faith? Jesus was teaching them that they didn't need to run around panicking and feeling scared and freaking out about the storm. See, they had forgotten the very person who has the power of the wind and the waves was right there in the boat with them. And instead of focusing on the storm, they should have focused on the one who can calm the storm, right? They forgot all about that. They forgot that Jesus was in the boat and he has control over everything. And so, boys and girls, there are times in our lives, right, when we feel that our life is a storm as well, right? A lot of things are going wrong in our lives. Maybe we're not getting along with friends. Maybe we're doing really bad in school. Maybe I don't know, maybe you're not feeling well yourself, you're sick, and so it just seems like all of these bad things are happening to you, right? And so the storms in our life may not be, you know, real like rain and thunder, but it feels like our problems are just raining down on us, right? And so those are facts of life, boys and girls. Problems are going to come. Everybody has problems. Everybody has bad things that happen to them, you know? But guess what? Jesus told us in his word, in this world, you will have trouble. It's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. Trouble at school, trouble at home, trouble in your friendships, trouble in your neighborhood. We all have things that go wrong in our lives. Sick family members, maybe people that bully us in school, bad grades, people talking about us, friends that turn their backs on us, all kinds of things, boys and girls. Problems happen, boys and girls, and you know, those are kind of our, you know, storms of life, right? When things go wrong in our life. And you know what, boys and girls? Too many people have the idea that if you choose to follow Jesus and you say in your life, I love Jesus, you know, some people think that everything is going to be picture perfect and that you will never have any problems and that nothing will ever go wrong in your life. But guess what, boys and girls? That's not the way of life at all. Storms come into our lives even when you're following Jesus, even when you're a Christian and you love Christ and you're living for him, you're still gonna have storms because remember, he said in his word to us that we will have trouble in our lives. But boys and girls, storms and problems in our life will come. And even though you're a follower of Jesus, right? We have to remember that we're gonna have problems. But guess what? It means loving Jesus in the middle of your storms. It means that you don't get to face them alone. Jesus is with you. Jesus is on your boat, boys and girls. He is on your side, and he is there to calm the storms in our lives, right? So in our Bible story today, the disciples were terrified because they knew that the storm was bigger and stronger than they were. They couldn't do anything about the storm, right? But Jesus was peace, and he was at peace. And even while the storm was going on and the storm was raging, Jesus was still resting. He was at peace. Why? Because he knew that his power was stronger than the storm. Okay? And so when you face problems in your life, you can remember that Jesus is stronger than any problem, any storm that you may come in contact with or may face in your life. It's stronger than any temptation, stronger than any depression, stronger than any sickness, stronger than absolutely anything in your life. Jesus is much bigger, much stronger than that. And so he's going to help you get through it. And so you might be scared, and it's okay to be scared, right? It's okay to be scared. But you just have to remember that Jesus is not even scared a little bit. Nothing scares him, right? So you can trust in him with all of your heart, boys and girls, that he is always with you and he will always take care of you, okay? And so let's go over our power verse today. It's found in John 14:27. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Okay, John 14:27. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Okay, boys and girls, remember you are never, ever alone. Never alone. Even in a storm, Jesus has promised that he will never leave you or forsake you. And so what that means is that he will be with you no matter what. So when you're facing a storm in your life, right? And remember, in this case, it means problems. When you have a lot of problems in your life, okay, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Remember that Jesus has the power to calm any storm, okay? He did it for his disciples. He's going to do it for you. He's going to do it for me. He's going to do it for our families that trust in him, okay? All you have to do, and all anyone has to do, is trust in Jesus and pray that he will help you, okay? So let's go over our power verse again. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. John 14:27. Remember that, boys and girls. When you're afraid, call on Jesus. He will be there to calm your storm. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.